presenting the 7th Arab Pharma Manufacturers Expo 2025.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. I'm glad to be today with the 7th edition of the Arab Pharma Manufacturer Expo. And a special thank to Dr. Abdel Nasser Sejeri for this invitation. And thank you for the committee member and advisory board, where they put their trust in the speakers and they had make it happen after all the challenges. In the next 15 minutes, I'll be presenting the local manufacturing in UAE and what is the capabilities, where we are going next, the strategy at the end point to make for the decision maker to be aligned and see what's going on in our region. Unfortunately, I could not join in person this time, maybe next time, inshallah, and looking forward. Allow me to share my screen. I think that is visible now. So we will be speaking about the manufacturer in local manufacturing in UAE and how the UAE is going from an importer and buyer to manufacturer and innovator. Here's our path for today. We will be speaking about the big picture of UAE matters right now, and we will work through the market data, capabilities, and decision tools. The goal is to leave you at the end whether you will be a builder, partner, or expanding in this region. Setting the stage, pharmaceutical now is a national security pillar. We are moving forward from a buyer to innovator and manufacturer-led model, supported at the highest level of UAE industrial health policy. The goal simply is to reduce dependency, increase capabilities, and export value. I know we might have in the room someone like me who likes numbers, and if you can see the numbers on the screen between 2024 to 2030, in these 6 years, there will be an increase around 40% growth in manufacturing value in the next 6 years. SEP is a CPA agreement, CEPA agreements and zones. There will be also localization, the geopolitics that is happening. Global players are starting to treat UAE as a regional production hub. So I think it is good numbers to have a look on. There are two key considerations of pharmaceutical manufacturer investment in UAE to go further with their decision. First is the Ministry of Investment, MOYAT, where they are giving a lot of incentives and they are giving a lot of opportunities for investors to come to the region. And of course, the second part is the regulatory affairs with the Emirates Drug Establishment, where they are having a new regulations and a lot of a new era where you can explore. Allow me to start with MOYAT, the investment strategic, they have a strategic benefits. So people in the UAE or people manufacturing who wants to come in UAE, we will get a lot of benefits. One is the 100% business ownership. Of course, political stability, the golden visa, world-class infrastructure and logistic, free trades agreements. As you know, we have a lot of free zones as well. Double taxation agreement where they impose the taxation within 2 countries at the same time. So this happens with 137 countries. And if you want to know more data, you can send me an email. I can share with you the data. Supportive incentive from MOYAT, of course, again, golden visa, access to CEPA market or the zero tariffs, strategic infrastructure with Jabza, Kizad, DSP, Dubai Industrial City, and a lot more. And of course, their location with the intention of proximity with the GCC, Africa, and South Asia. If we want to consider and see the regulatory part and the benefits that you might take with the EDE, so manufacturer can submit the generic registration 2 years before the patency expiry, fast track registration for local producers medicine, of course, pricing advantages. 70% of the GCC Medicare are still imported, so you have a lot of opportunities to go and emphasize that. Pricing in a public tender in UAE made drugs, regulatory efficacy through digitalized DED system, and UAE explore growth. I believe that the Emirates Drug Establishment is opening new doors, especially for generics fast track product registration. The ability for a file early secured favorable pricing, positioning local manufacturer to compete regionally and globally. This is a clear signal from our market-driven policy reform. This slide was shared by Moyat in 2022, showing the location or the geographical point of UAE within the logistic, if you are considering to have your hub in UAE from the manufacturing facility. So if you can see, the East Africa takes 8 days, North Europe 18 days, USA 21 days, and they were located or put it as the fourth global in DHL connectedness index, and the third globally in agility emerging market logistics index after China and India. So average shipping days of each country is have on this slide as well. We are having it on this slide as well. Competitive edge of UAE in pharmaceutical manufacturing. I believe that this is very important. UAE position is more than geographical only. The position of UAE is more into regulatory, infrastructure, IP driven. They are aligning with the ICH, EMA, and GCC is giving them a lot. Free zone IP protection, dual regulatory path, governmental backed incentive in a pharma localization and innovation. The logistic advantage is not only speed, as we were discussing with the earlier slide. It's more with the stability and predictability on what's going on. And now governmental intensive are making innovation more attractive. One of the market research of Global Search says that 68% of global pharma companies outsource some of their manufacturing. UAE COMs are diversifying into injectable, biosimilars, and ADC. Fill, finished, and packaging, serialization, all are available in the market. So it's a potential and open market. How to say yes or no? And how do you think we can do that? When client asks, should we manufacture in UAE? My answer is always, this is a framework that you need to use to know if you want to go with that. There is no one size that can fit all. It depends on your pipeline, timeline, the market ambitions for your product. This is a matrix that can help you to frame the strategic decision and how do you want to go further with your manufacturing strategy. If you might all know the key player and the case studies of those manufacturers, Julfar, Neopharma, Life Pharma, and Pharmax in UAE. They are all working, and their case studies can really show us that it's already done. They are a player to us that is possible actually. EMA approvals are there, US FDA approvals are there, strategic partnership with across the GCC and globally. The infrastructure is existed, and now the know-how also is existed with the government and with the private sector. What needs is to scale up the specialty and to go further. So if you are looking for a high value segment, level and opportunity, I think you should consider this: the injectables, biosimilars, oncology, and rare diseases. They are all having a higher margin, and UAE infrastructure can support on this. Rare disease are particularly undertapped in this region. So please have a look. And I would also thank everyone for being here today. Please let me know if you need anything. You can contact me for more details on any of my slides.